Hey guys, my name is Justin with JB Outdoors, and today I'm coming to you from our cargo trailer camper conversion project. I've recently done these cabinets, and today I'm putting a diesel heater in. But before I do that, I just want to let you know that the purpose of this project is going to be to get this thing ready to live off-grid just about every weekend throughout the winter here in Michigan, and build my first off-grid cabin for hunting for the 2025 season. So if you like this kind of stuff, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps my channel out a lot, and it also helps me continue to be able to do what I do. So let's get started. So first off, I have to drill yet another hole in the floor here. So I just cleaned the floor here, and I'm going to be adding the air outlet hose of the diesel heater. Is going to be right about here, and then I'll be able to put a plug in that. So our goal was to use this thing, as I think I'm only going to be able to use this thing like a few times over the winter, so I didn't want to make anything too permanent. So I'm going to get started here and make my wiring harness to run from the heater, and then it'll come up through the floor where my 100 amp hour battery lives that is on a tender. There's a little Noco 1.5 amp hour or 1.5 amp charge battery tender there. So I'll probably drill a small hole in the floor right about here or here, and then come up for the alligator clips. So I'll cut this wire and then butt connector back together once it's outside, so I'll keep the hole as small as I can going through, and then it'll connect to SAE underneath, and then I'll just hang it up like a wiring harness underneath the trailer. So I'll be able to plug in, plug out, and then it'll just connect to the battery via alligator clips. Hello! So that'll look like something like that. Alright guys, after only probably a half an hour worth of work, I got this thing hooked up. So I'll show you from the outside first that this is the air outlet. So this will be the hot air blowing up into the trailer. This will obviously get cleaned up, but this is the power coming in that is tied with an inline fuse. I'm going to hang, or this harness I'll have like temporary hooks for, but this will obviously, when I pack it away, this stays with it. I've got heat shrink connectors that I'll still need to heat shrink, connected to a SAE style connector, so that'll be an easy plug, and then I can hang this up underneath the trailer. Pretty simple. Exhaust pointed underneath the trailer for now. I'm not sure how I like that. And then fresh air intake is this black hose right here. So let's go inside and I'll show you how the inside looks. I ended up moving the controller that mounts right here. There's just enough harness to come up through the floor, and then I took the existing mount off of the unit outside and mounted this to the wall. So then when I'm done, I'll just be able to unhook this connection right here. I think I'm going to end up getting some of this wire. I think this is just 4 to 20 wire. And I'll run it up the wall and then have the thermostat like right here. And then obviously air, this will be where the hot air duct is. So I'm going to jump in here and then fire this up for the first time. So these things come with a nice little remote. Tells me that it's going to start heating. I've got about half a tank of fuel on that. Currently it's blowing like pretty cool air. So outside this thing, you can hear it doing its thing. You can hear the fuel pump. I will need to hang this up. Got a little muffler on there. So I can already feel it blowing warm air. You can just hear the fuel pump clicking outside, which is nice. And then, let's see, before I get too far, I'm going to hang up this carbon monoxide alarm. Obviously the combustion of it all will be outside, but I'd rather not die. I'm going to play it safe and probably hang this thing up maybe above the TV, or maybe like right here, or closer to the bed. I don't know. Apparently this is the only thermometer that I saw, but this is about 45, closer to 50 maybe, 50 degrees Fahrenheit is our starting temperature. It's now 59 in here, and the air blowing out of it a little over 100 degrees. So to ensure I don't wake up dead, I've got a couple different CO alarms. This is just a portable CO, or carbon monoxide detector, and then this is one that I'm going to mount in here. So that'll live in here, but this thing is awesome. Again, this is just where my heat comes out, and then I've got it turned on auto currently, so it's holding steady. It's 68 degrees in here, and it's super nice. So I'm looking forward to trying out this whole heating system. This is more or less my off-grid style heating system, rather than having to use my electric heater that I have. I've got this little fireplace heater in here that is 1500 watt. So I use that when I'm plugged into shore power, but if I'm off-grid or don't have the access to 110, I've got another option here. So little redundancy never hurt anybody, and then this will be something that I can use for up to I believe around 40 to 48 hours off of my 100 amp hour battery after doing some math. So again, this is the VEVOR. I bought it on Amazon. I paid $107 US for the unit that you saw, and it came with all the pieces that I needed to do everything. So that's another addition to the big overhaul on this this trailer. We've had it for a couple years now, and kind of figuring out what we want out of the trailer, and I want to be able to use it kind of in more of an off-grid fashion rather than at everybody's KOA family campground. So what's up, everyone? Welcome back to JB Outdoors. Today I'm working on placement and hopefully going to be drilling some holes for my new VEVOR diesel heater for the trailer. So right now I've just got this little electric heater in here, and it is it's about 20 degrees Fahrenheit outside. Just finished up what's going to be the most finished of our cabinet build for the rest of the winter, and I actually got to start using this thing again. So I need some heat out here, and I need some heat off grid. So right now the electric heater is running off of 110 plug that runs back to my house, but where I'm going to be, I'm not going to have access to power. So need to work on this diesel heater, figure out where to put it, and then get the rest of the trailer cleaned up. And the mattress from my deer camp days needs to go down in the basement of the house. So for placement, I'm thinking I'm going to take this. This is the 8KW, which equates to just under 30,000 BTU diesel heater unit. It's got a 1.3 liter, or 1.3 gallon, which is about 5 liters, gas tank, or fuel tank. I'm thinking about putting it inside one of the cabinets, and then just open the cabinet or close the cabinet when I am not using it or done with it. So thinking it's probably going to go right here or in this garage portion, potentially right next to where the battery is, and then it'll be a shorter run for the wires. And battery wise, I've got a 100 amp hour battery in the trailer, and that's going to end up being, this will be able to run for about 40 to 48 hours off of that. So I think I'll have enough capacity. I believe I'm going to wire it directly to the battery, just because this draws about 20 amps is what the book says. I don't know if I believe that or not, but that's just when the actual glow plug is on rather than just the fan at that time. So I'm going to wire it directly to the battery, though it did come with an inline fuse. That's a 20 amp fuse in there. So we'll start working on it. Again, I'm Justin with JB Outdoors. Thanks everyone for watching. Remember to spend more time outdoors. I'll see you all in the next video.